Hello everybody and welcome to my final video for my Halo 2 speedruns. We're finally there, the great journey. So you want to steal this dude's Spectre and then stick the driver, that way he doesn't get back in it. You want to park it right here and then start shooting to alert the enemies that you're there. Unfortunately, they all drove away. This can be very annoying, this part. You will probably have to restart a couple tries just to get one. As you can see, they'll do whatever it takes to get away from you. Luckily, one of them drove by and I got a lucky hijack, and then you boost out of there. Alright, now look where the Wraith comes out on the right. Remember that spot right there where the Wraith is. Now, I'm going to be doing a harder method, but I found out there's an easier one. They both start the same way. What you want to do is boost all the way to that door you see in the background. I'm not going to be doing it in this video, but there's a faster way. Once you get here, you want to boost all the way back and stick to the left and go right where you saw that Wraith turn the corner. And then when you come back, all these enemies will be despawned. However, I'm doing a harder method, that the only one that I knew about at the time of making this video, where you come over here and shoot at this phantom until it goes away, which also despawns all the enemies. This one takes a little bit more time, maybe like an extra minute or 30 seconds, something like that. It definitely takes longer though, so you probably don't want to do this method. If I went back now, I could definitely do the speedrun faster, but I already have my monopolized achievement, so it doesn't really matter to me. But just keep that in mind. Don't do what I'm doing now, do what I just said to do. Boost back to where the Wraith was. It's much faster, like I would have already been inside by now. But anyway, this method, wait till the phantom disappears around the corner, keep shooting it. It likes to stop there for some reason, and then it turns the corner and everything should be despawned. So it's only like maybe a minute extra time added on, something like that. Well, all the enemies are gone, so we're gonna head on inside. Going to pick up the carbine here. And then we're going to go through this door and pick up a sniper rifle. Try to headshot all these enemies as fast as possible. Remember that you have invis. Don't miss shots like I do. I promise you I'm much better in multiplayer. I've said it a bunch of times already, but I'm actually really good with the sniper in multiplayer. And not so great in campaign, but most of the enemies should be distracted by the hunters, so it should be easy to pick them off. You can use your invis too, just in case. Got a lucky headshot right there, right before the door closed on me. Alright, the last one just ran. Once you see the door open, that means they're retreating. Now, since one of them escaped, I'm not going to get a checkpoint. You're supposed to get a checkpoint right here when you walk through this door. And you'll see me wasting even more time trying to get the checkpoint, because this jump is kind of tricky, and if you fail, that means I have to restart the whole mission. Well, I won't have to restart the whole mission, but I would, just because time would be horrible. But so I get tired of wasting my time here. So I decide I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, the checkpoint's not happening, so I'm just going to go for it. I make sure to take my time so I don't fall. You want to land on this ledge and then quickly jump off. All the brutes that are supposed to be here were distracted, so I could use my invis early and just run past them. So that was a mixture of good and bad luck, but it's whatever. Alright, you want to snipe this jackal back here with the sniper before he notices you, then toss some plasmas at these other jackals. I messed up 2 of my grenades, but I still got an overkill. Alright, there's one more jackal there and one more over there. Pretty easy to headshot. Once they're dead, you don't even need to worry about the drones. We're just gonna hide here, go invis. Sometimes there is an extra drone that's stuck in this doorway. So he wasn't there this time, but just be aware of that. You can usually just run past him anyway, but alright, for this part, we're gonna let all the prisoners free. Unfortunately, the jackals jump down here and get in my way. The game auto locks onto them, messes everything up. So because it took me so long to release the other prisoners, my hunters actually end up dying, which makes this part much more annoying and even more time consuming than it should be. See, the hunters are already dead, which is not supposed to happen at all. They're supposed to be with you until the end, but I just got really unlucky, so now I have to actually shoot a lot of these enemies. I pick up the Needler because it's actually quicker than trying to headshot all of them. Just make sure not to die. The brute shots kill you in like 2 hits, so just be aware of that. I don't really have any allies to distract the enemies, so they're all focused on me. I wanted to dual wield, but the sniper was in the way. Just pick that up and get it out of there. Alright, that should be the last enemy. Well, it's not, but we're gonna run past it anyway. Alright, and we have one more cool despawn glitch coming up after we get rid of these 3 or 4 brutes that are hiding out here. You can always kill that first one, but the rest of it is random. There should be a Marine out there distracting them all though, so there we get a double kill. There's one more fighting the Marine out there. And my cutscene even likes to be annoying and not activate, so I gotta walk around a bit. There we go. Alright, skip this cutscene. We're gonna turn around and run back through this door, go all the way to the wall at the end of the hallway, and you'll get a loading pop-up. Once you get right here. And that despawns almost all the enemies outside. There's still some on the turrets, but they hardly shoot at you. Now there's 2 things you can do here. You can do what I'm about to do and get the Spectre, which is a little bit harder, or you can do the easy way and just stay in this Banshee and get it into the boss fight. The Banshee is pretty much 100% guaranteed to get into the boss fight. The Spectre I've only gotten to work twice, so it's a little bit more risky. But what you want to do is turn invisible and then hop in. That way you're still invisible in the vehicle, but it wears off pretty fast, so they start shooting you. Remember to hold A to even yourself out so you don't crash or flip over or anything. And now here we go. You're gonna see on the right that Wraith flip over for some reason. I don't know why that happens, but yeah, I've only gotten this to work twice, getting this inside. I'm not sure if my timing is off. I do it the same as everyone else I see. It just refuses to work sometimes. But the worst feeling ever is when I have the XO7 headset, so it's pretty good with hearing. You want to make sure to hold A to lift the nose up, by the way, when you're going up this ramp. But the worst feeling ever is when you hear the Spectre explode in the cutscene. That's when you know you failed. And it sucks, because you had to go through the whole level just to hear the Spectre explode. But luckily I do know like a cheap little way to kill him without a vehicle as well. It takes longer, obviously, but still it makes it pretty easy. But we're not going to have to worry about that, because I actually do get the Spectre in there. Now my time on this was around like 13 minutes, which is actually pretty good. But I definitely could have done this in 10 minutes if I had gone back and fixed a lot of the errors. Well, not even errors, if I had just gone back and done some of the things that I know about now that I didn't know about before. But I might, but it doesn't really matter. This is the most annoying part right here to me. You have to boost forward and press A to lift the nose up and try to hit this corner perfectly so that you get up there. Usually this takes me a couple tries. I've done it a couple times in my first attempt, but then I failed getting the Spectre in, so it was all for nothing. I thought I had it there, but I did not. I back up even further, and I make it. Now what you have to do is boost and hold A and try to land on this ledge and then boost quickly over to this side, and I did it perfect on my first try, so that was good. Now you want to slowly go down here and then hold A while you're falling to keep your vehicle level so it doesn't flip off the map, and then boost and hold A again so you don't fall off the map. Alright, and now it's just a waiting game for the Scarab tank to make it all the way over here. Now you want to make sure you're watching it because it will blow the door open a lot quicker. It should only be like 2 or 3 shots. If you're not looking at it, it takes like up to 7. Something ridiculous like that. So just make sure to look at it just in case. So that was 1. That was 2. Hopefully the next one blows the door open. There we go. Alright, what you want to do is park this thing on the light. And then you're going to want to hop out and kind of stay in front of it and just try to time it so that as soon as it falls, you fall. Like right there. And if you hear it explode right now, that means you failed. Which usually happens. I didn't have any nades. If you have a nade, you want to try to stick the brutes. I see the scarab here. Now, this is also random whether this works or not. I've gotten it in here before and had the glitch not work. First of all, you want to get these stupid elites away, because they will try non-stop to hop in your scarab, or not your scarab, in your Spectre, and you don't want them in there. You want to have 3 Johnsons in there. 3 Johnsons, you say? What's that? Well, there's only 1. Well, I have 1 on my gunner seat right now, and since you're not supposed to have a vehicle in here, and he's on my vehicle, the game is freaking out, and it's like, why is there no Johnson sniping him? What's going on here? Something must have happened to Johnson. So what the game is going to do is actually spawn in another Johnson. There we go, we got that elite to fall off the map. So there we go, a second Johnson has appeared. And now we're doing the same thing. The game's freaking out again because there's no Johnson on the map because he's in my vehicle that's not supposed to exist in here. So it's going to spawn a 3rd Johnson. And now that we have 3 Johnsons in here, you can sit up here. I don't know if that works, but we're gonna boost down there. And like I said, if you have a nade, you want to jump out and stick the vehicle so all the Johnsons jump out. But he's actually not really hammering them, so they're actually good in the vehicle right now. And they're gonna do all the work for me. If you want, you can shoot at him, you can go up top. You'll be safe up top, nothing will come after you. All the enemies will be focused on the 3 Johnsons. So I'm just gonna hang around up here. He actually does hit the vehicle, but luckily it doesn't go flying off the map. And now you can see 3 Johnsons just non-stop attacking him. I've had one attempt where he did hammer all of the Johnsons off the map, and it ruined the whole thing. So try to get them out if you can, but I got lucky here. But they're invincible. He can hammer them all he wants. All the enemies are distracted by them, and I'm just chilling up here, throwing some shots in, worry free. And he dies in like a minute with all of them sniping him. And there you go, he's dead, and that is the end of the game. The final level for Halo 2 speedrun is complete. I already had my monopolized achievement, so it will not pop up. Sorry about that, but if you enjoyed that, I do have some Lasso videos coming up. I have done all the Halos Lasso, so if you want to see the last levels for some of them, then stay tuned. This is one of them, by the way. So 13 minutes 10 seconds. Hope you guys enjoyed that series, and thank you for watching.